Involuntary retirement. Many older homeowners now find themselves out of work.
Click on the banner above to learn more about our sponsor, Fairway Independent Mortgage.
Welcome to the Industry Leader Update. If you've watched any television commercial that's targeted to the age group 55 and older, you're likely to see a well-heeled, tanned, and fit couple walking along a white sand beach or perhaps playing tennis with their friends. It's a carefree retirement and a life of leisure, and it sounds very promising, but let's come back down to earth for just a moment, and we're going to see that many older Americans are still working, or at least recently were, and they must be meeting their daily living expenses with income from a job. Now, that demographic, while it's not completely forgotten, is actually rarely mentioned, at least when it comes to reverse mortgage marketing. And even on this show, I typically say that a reverse mortgage may be helpful for those in their quote-unquote non-working years or retirees. However, there was a recent column that caught my attention. Dear Liz, writes one reader to LA Times columnist Liz Weston, I read with interest a letter from the person who was a tour guide and lost their job due to the virus. I kept reading, expecting you to suggest a reverse mortgage. Are these a bad idea? Weston replies, not necessarily. Then she goes on to explain that if there is in fact sufficient equity in the home, a reverse mortgage could pay off the existing mortgage, of course eliminate that payment, and quote, might be worth the effort. In May, MarketWatch noted that Americans 55 and older have been clobbered by the coronavirus's economic fallout. In January of this year, catch this, they said that the unemployment rate for those in the age group 55 and older was only 2.6%. But by April, that unemployment number jumped to 13.6%. Now, we see that our youngest workers actually have a higher rate of unemployment, but it's the older unemployed worker that actually faces some very unique challenges. And one of those is found in a recent Urban Institute study. It says that after the last recession of 2008, it was the age group between the ages of 51 and 60 that waited an average of 9 months before they could find a new job, while those in the age group of 25 to 34 were working again within 6 months, about a 3-month difference. And then there is age discrimination, and it's much easier to recognize on the job, but it's much more tricky and subtle during the hiring process. And all of that leads us to this one undeniable fact. Millions of older homeowners are now facing a forced retirement and consequently a financial crisis. But the good news is that many may actually find their solution literally right above their heads and in the walls that are surrounding them today. So, where unemployment benefits and a loss of job income are creating a cash flow crisis, it is the reverse mortgage that will become increasingly important as the logical and sane solution. And so let's just pause for a moment and consider this, our marketing. Take out some of your recent marketing pieces and look at them with fresh eyes. What is the message that you're seeing? Do you find the term retiree used repeatedly, like I have? Or are your mailers and emails actually assuming that the homeowner is no longer working? It may be time to tweak that message and approach and then appeal to the unemployed worker or the recently unemployed over the age of 62 and who owns a home. So how could you practically reach out to that target audience? Well, here's just one idea. That is to host a workshop or a seminar in your town, and the subject would be involuntary retirement. That is older workers who were recently laid off or lost their job. And those sessions could be incredibly valuable for your audience, including short presentations from key senior service providers or experts, and of course, your presentation of how homeowners could leverage their home and then replace their lost income with a reverse mortgage's loan proceeds, increasing cash flow. Then there's CPAs and financial advisors. You may want to suggest that they begin to ask about their client's employment status if they're not already, because it could have changed in recent months as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And another tactic? Well, reach out to your local television and radio station and pitch the idea of having an interview on the impacts of unemployment for the older residents in your community and city and some realistic solutions. On August 6, PlanSponsor.com wrote that the New Schools Retirement Equity Lab expects another 1.1 million older workers will leave the labor force in the next 3 months. The need to fund retirement is ever present, but the more immediate and pressing challenge of our time is involuntary retirement, or the unemployment of older Americans, more specifically homeowners. and that should spur us as individuals in our industry to become strategic and specific in our marketing efforts. In summary, the solution does remain the same, but our approach should be evolving to adapt to the specific pitfalls our present economy presents. So, what are your thoughts? You can leave those in the comment section below. And don't forget, you can share this video using the social media links on this page. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can just do that by clicking the button right above this video frame. You'll never miss an upcoming episode. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here for more reverse mortgage news, commentary, and analysis here at the Industry Leader Update.